Hello everybody, this is Maurice Green, critic and entrepreneur coach with GAT Enterprises. Today I want to talk to you guys about a subject, just general credit. Today is Take Control Thursday. Alright, so the subject today is, like I said, is general credit. We're going to talk about general credit. What does all this mean? Why is it important? How do you protect it? We're going to go over a few of those things, okay? So let's talk about credit in general. Back in the day, typically, people didn't have to worry about credit because if you had a good name, if your father had a good name, you just go to the bank and just because of the relationship that the bank had with your family or your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather for that matter, then banks will just do business with you based off the relationship of your grandparents or your grandmother or a family member. Okay, let's fast forward that up to today. At one point, let me go back a little bit further. Okay, so at one point, the credit was just about getting a car and a house and some credit cards. You know, just being able to have some leverage to some money. And that kind of worked back in the day. But we're at a point now where we're living in a credit-driven society. I mean, almost everything that we do is pretty much tied to our credit. It has gone far past getting credit card, houses, and cars. Now, corporations have implemented credit in the hiring process, in the promotion process. I mean, it's even tied to your car now. Your insurance is not only based off your driving record, but it's also based off your credit. So you can have an impeccable driving record, but have bad credit, and you are high risk on the road. So you will pay more in your insurance than someone, let's just say, that had good credit and an impeccable driving record. So you can have, like I said, you can have bad credit, good credit, and a few dings on your driving record, you're still going to get dinged, okay? So it's gone far past anything. And I think it's going to get to a point where it's really going to be at a point where your credit is going to be how the world judges you wholeheartedly. I mean, 100%. I mean, traveling and everything. I think it's getting to that point. I'm not prophesying. I'm not no psychic or nothing. I'm just saying I've been in this industry for 18 years and I have seen it change so many times. So we're at a point now where you can no longer ignore your credit. You have to take action. And I ain't just talking about no little action. I'm talking about massive action. Whether you do it on your own, whether you go on Facebook or you go join these credit groups or whatever, which just give you good information, or you hire a reputable company like GAT Enterprises to do that for you. You can no longer ignore your credit because it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you in money. It might cost you a job. It might cost you a promotion. So let's not get to a point where I tell my clients now, you have to kind of look at credit like it's a child. So if you got one child, kind of look at credit as your second child. You have to nourish it. You have to protect it. You have to enhance it because it's tied to everything. I mean, the way they're doing things now with credit, I mean, it's the difference between you paying on a $25,000 loan, paying back almost half of that in interest. So you buy a car at $25,000, now you got to pay the bank back because of your credit and high interest rate. You got to pay the bank back what $40-some thousand? That's half 50% of what the car's even worth. That's kind of crazy. So I just wanted to come talk to you about, since we're dealing with this Take Control Thursdays, I want to leave you guys with this. Take control over your credit because nobody's going to watch over your credit like you. And to be honest with you, I really don't recommend you trying to do it yourself because you got to know what you're doing. You got to be very consistent and persistent when you're dealing with the industry that controls all this information. So my recommendation to you, take control of your credit. Whether you get somebody to do it for you or you do it for yourself. And that concludes our Take Control Thursday with Maurice Green, the entrepreneur and credit coach with GAT Enterprises. I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.